Guide of Egypt and Abraham. We are here at Memphis and we're talking about this statue for Ramses II, and we are trying to figure out if it is dynastic or from the advanced civilization before the dynasties. So Abraham made a good point that there are beautiful details for the dynastic statues, but because yesterday we saw a statue from limestone, and truly, yes, it was in a very high detail, unlike this. Okay, my friend, the first thing we must understand that there is a challenge to cut granite. It will take a long time and it needs to be very sharp tool. So if we talk about dynastic, so we are talking about iron chisels and hammers. But if we talk about advanced civilization, we talk about machines. But we still didn't answer the question, how we know this is dynastic or not dynastic. Look to what we call it the hidden corners, because we will see the perfect work in such corners. And you must understand something also very important, that dynastic Egypt developed in a great way during the New Kingdom time. So when we say that they didn't have advanced tools, it doesn't mean that they were primitive. No, they were very, very advanced, but in manual level. Okay, so they didn't have advanced technology, but they have good talent, because to become an architect or an artist, you must go to the temple when you are young, and they teach you a good system how to be an artist and how to be an architect and how to learn about different types of science. So talent was very important in ancient Egypt. So I can easily tell you that this statue is dynastic. So this statue, and I know many people will get surprised. They will tell me, Muhammad, how come this is a big piece of granite? No, but I know what I'm talking about, because when you go to the Egyptian Museum, I will show you the other type of statues made by machines. So this statue is dynastic. Why dynastic? Look to the toes. The space between the toes is not deep enough. Okay, can you see it? As if they couldn't put the tool between the toes so they can create better detail. I know the statue, like the muscles of the leg, looks in a very good shape, but still not very good like the one we will see at the museum. Okay, look to the space between the shoulder and the back pillar. They could chisel or remove this. It was quite difficult for them. Okay, but still I can admit that this was done with the best techniques ever, but not done with advanced tool. Okay, I know you because you didn't see yet the statues in the Egyptian Museum, so you cannot feel what I'm talking about. This is the statue, according to the name, belonged to Ramses II here in Memphis Open Air Museum. And you must understand that also I am not judging the quality of the surface, because this statue was found under mud, and mud and water for a long time affected the shiny surface. So one day it was in a good shape. Okay, but I am judging how they finished the statue. So I can see it, as I told you, done in a very good way, but not perfect. And it could be not Ramses II, it could be another king, maybe Amenhotep III, he was a great builder, and Ramses II add his name above the statue. We can see what is here at the back. No, unfortunately, nothing much, no much things left because this is all restoration. Okay. But during our visit, we will see much of the statues for Ramses II. Here is another example. That is will be very clear for you. Okay, it's what we call it a block statue for a priest holding a shrine for Bitah. If you come and see the hand here, okay, and come and see the size here, this one is not finished yet. Okay, the statue is not in the process of being finished. You can see the details. So what does it mean? That this was made by a manual tool. This was made by a chisel. And later they are going to do their best to soften or to make the surface smooth and shiny. Because if this was made by a power tool, you will find that the details are going to be perfect. Especially, look here. You will see the statues done by the advanced tool. You will see deeper line, deeper cut. Also for the toes, this is what I'm talking about. You will see deeper cut. Here it's not deep because they were afraid if they hit hard on the chisel, exactly, it will be broken. But if you have the blade, and this is what we're going to see in the Egyptian Museum tomorrow, that they cut very deep to show you the toe completely like 3D. And the same for the fingers. Okay. So this is a good example of the development of the dynasties. Another piece, I'm not sure if this piece was originally designed to look like this or it was part of another big block and then they reuse it. Okay, this piece was used to grind wheat, to grind corn, to grind hard seeds to make it powder. And you know why Egypt is very famous with the most delicious falafel? Because we used to grind the ingredients in something like this. Nowadays, not anymore. We use steel, okay? Yeah, we use metal, but we used to use granite bowls like this. This is a base of a pillar from limestone, and it had the name of the son of Ramses II, King Merin Bitah. And here we can see the same formula I showed you, but with an extra symbol, D Ankh Was Jet. He will be given life and power forever. Mi Ra, like Ra. Okay, so the king is going to have the same powers like the sun, or like the main symbol of the sun. So D could be giving or seeding. And how we know he is Merin Bitah, that is his name. Okay. Another beast there. Okay. So we have seen yesterday the boxes in the Serapeum, and you have seen how perfect it is. Now if we compare between this and that, we will see completely different design. Okay, you will see that the edge is not perfect, right? You will see that the angles, the corners is not perfect, because this is very, by the way, doing this is, in my opinion, great work. It will take long time just to hack the stones in the middle like this and create this space. But because they are using manual tools, So they couldn't do better than this. But the other boxes we saw made by machines, advanced machines. So it is in a perfect shape. So this is a clear example about the difference between the development and having a talent but no advanced technology, and between the other type of advanced technology. This is another box, upside down. Why upside down? To show us that what is written underneath. And again, the same thing, it is imperfect. You can see L proportions on the sides, but I still call it a very good work. So we believe that the statue was originally this box was made by the New Kingdom time, and it was reused during the late time of Egypt. Yes. This is Nut. This is the sky knitter or symbol, and she is standing above Nebu sign. This Nebu sign means gold. And how we know this is Nut or Bet? That the word sky, Bet, above her head, or Nut. That is the word Nut. Okay. N-O or N-U-T, Nut. And these are the two eyes, one for Ra, one for Horus. Beautiful. And this is our friend Anubis. Okay.
How can we difference between the eye of Ra and which is the
Very good.
the
Okay,
right
I will
eye?
show you. So ask the question again.
So I wanted to know how can we between see the difference between the eye of Ra and the Horus.
An eye of Horus. Okay. By the way, both belong to Horus. But according to the story between Horus and his uncle Set, because when Set killed Osiris, so Horus wanted to avenge his father. During the battle, Set attacked the left eye of Horus. Okay? So the left eye became the moon, and the right eye became the sun. So sun is Ra. And so we call the right eye Ra and the left eye Horus. So here, if you see, so that one will be the right eye, that one will be the eye of Ra, and this one will be the eye of Horus, the left. Okay? So the one to the right side will be Ra, the one to the left side will be Horus. But that's because the left eye is the moon, the right eye. So here is, those guys are like fighting the conditions, and so if you come to Memphis, you are like free to buy something from them. They offer good things with low prices, especially these days. Okay, yeah, so they are trying to survive. Okay, so here we are, the alabaster sphinx. This is the second biggest sphinx in Egypt. It is not part of the bedrock like the Great Sphinx, because that is alabaster, and the bedrock here is limestone. Or yeah, we have a layer of mud and sand, as you can see. It's a miracle to do this statue from limestone, from alabaster. Why? Alabaster is not very hard like granite, okay? But it's a fragile stone. What does it mean? That if you use a hammer and a chisel, you will the crystallized core will keep fragiling, will keep falling apart. So you need a quick blade to cut this statue or this stone. And you can see the beautiful details of the face as if they are carving on cheese or on very soft material. So what is alabaster? Alabaster, if we can call it according to our modern technology, alabaster is like the solar cells. This kind of material absorb the energy of the sun as light and change this light to warm energy, to heat. That's why all the floors of our many floors of many temples were covered or paved with alabaster, like the Valley Temple we saw at Giza Plateau yesterday, and like Saqqara open court yesterday. Okay, so why? Because during the day it will absorb all the light from the sun, and during the night it will release warm feeling. Yes. Can we see the mark of advanced tool here? Yes. Most of the people don't know this, but we have a cut mark here. Look. If we don't have this saw blade, right? And those three lines underneath. And it seemed that there was a blade with 3 levels, or a machine with 3 blades or 4 blades. That is. In my conference tour in September, we will come back to Memphis, and we are going to explain the use of rose granite and alabaster and limestone in a wide scale. The price is going to be great, so be tuned, and I will post the details very soon. Have a great day and wait for my next video. Bye bye.